Commercial awareness to me is an understanding of the consequences of something. So you may be asked in an interview a commercial scenario question, whether at Deckard or elsewhere. And the key there is thinking about the consequences, the wider issues and the implications from a business perspective, not just a legal perspective. And that, to my mind, is commercial awareness.
I think one of the ways that students need to be working up their commercial awareness is understanding the legal market. When they're going and approaching firms for training contracts, to understand where those firms sit in the legal market. Are they internationally focused? Are they nationally? What are their areas of particular expertise? Are they corporate M&A? Are they real estate firms? So that when they go to the assessment days for those firms, they're able to present themselves in a way that appeals to those particular firms.
A lot of students get concerned about this term commercial awareness and what does it mean. And it's difficult to really explain in detail what we're looking for. Ultimately though, it's an understanding of how businesses work. Many of our clients are businesses and we're giving them business advice as well as legal advice. A really good way to build up your commercial awareness is to follow current issues in the news. So for example, if you see a news story and it's an M&A deal, so a merger and acquisition, so one company buying another. If you're a student and you're looking at that, try and really understand at the top level why one company would look to buy another. Then think about all the organisations and consultants that would be involved below that. So how does an M&A deal happen? And that's where lawyers will be involved. And I think if you're trying to follow this through, you would think if a law firm is involved in an M&A deal, what departments will be involved? So automatically you might think it's going to be an M&A department, which it would, but you've also got tax departments, you've got employment departments. If they're two competitors, you might have competition law, antitrust issues to look at. So then you can think what a lawyer is doing in each of those departments and ultimately what the trainees are doing. So you're linking back a trainee task to an overall M&A deal.
The firms they're applying to, where they sit in the legal market and their particular areas of focus and expertise. And the way to do that is to read up on those firms, to read up in the legal press where they sit, what their particular areas are, and to present themselves at assessment days in a way that will appeal to those firms and to their particular focuses.
It is inevitable that somewhere in any process from any law firm, they're going to ask you a question which is going to test your commercial awareness. The application form itself will ask a question or two, certainly the BLP one does, that requires you to show some commercial awareness, and that's your opportunity to demonstrate that. Make sure that you have some experience, insofar as you can, about commercial matters, and be ready to answer questions on those. So when you come in for interview, make sure you've read beyond just the law subjects, but you've read the newspapers and you know what's going on, and you've researched the firm and see what the firm's doing.
If you're looking to apply for a training contract at Sherman & Sterling, there's 4 key elements to our assessment days. So the first is going to be a written exercise, the second will be a group exercise, the third will be a case study, and the final part will be an interview. In terms of commercial awareness, we'll be assessing that at the final partner interview and the case study.
There may well be an opportunity during an interview. You may be asked a scenario-based question that gives you a chance to display that wider, broader commercial thinking. But even if not, during your application process, quite often people relate work experience or even academic experience and challenges that they faced to their future career, their legal career, and demonstrating how that ties together also is a good way of demonstrating commercial awareness.
The applicants are able to engage in presenting advice to clients, and I think the key way to demonstrate commercial awareness within those activities is to set it within a context of what's going on politically and economically in the world, and allowing that to inform how that advice is presented to clients. But crucially as well, to present that advice in a way which is fresh, it's engaging, and it's open to the clients to understand. I think it's having a regard for how businesses operate and how clients receive advice in a way that they can then apply to their own business.
So we at Bird & Bird are very conscious that you can't give good legal advice in a vacuum and we specialise in certain sectors, so it's really important for our lawyers to be constantly keeping up to date with the developments in those industry sectors. But also as a tech-focused firm, our clients look to us to help them understand and capitalise on technology trends and developments,